G'day everyone, Rach here from Rara's Realm. Welcome to another Flosstubing installment. Apologies for not being here yesterday. I forgot when I said it would be Monday week that I had a whole lot of appointments yesterday for my mother, so there was no time to fit a video in. So here I am today. This will be short and sweet as per normal. Thank you to everyone who commented welcoming me back last week. Lots of really cool comments to read, so thank you. Yeah, not a lot. I'm still getting the hang of it, and I've got something right in the middle of my glass here, but never mind. I will work around it. Right, let's just jump into it and do it. As I say, it will be a short video. My stitching bug is kind of in the home straight, coming home maybe. I did stitch for about 3 hours on Saturday and was quite happy to. But that was it since last weekend, so we're not back into it every day yet. I cancelled my Disneyland trip last Friday, so hopefully the stitching bug will now feel happy to come home because the Disney bug is packing up and leaving. We'll see. Anyway, alright, a couple of things and a teensy bit of haul, and that's about it really, unless I can find something to waffle about for 5 minutes. Right, so I did a little bit more of my Modern Folk Embroidery sale, 2020 sale, and I am up here somewhere. I don't know which is the beginning bit and which isn't. That must be the beginning bit. I'm looking at it backwards, obviously. So my goal last weekend, I think I said, was to try and get part 2 finished before I went to Stitchy Group. I didn't do that, but I did finish part 2 at Stitchy Group. So this is parts 1. Whoopsie. Parts 1 and 2, and you can just see here we're just starting into part 3 there. So that is that I'm doing this 36 count raw linen with Gentle Arts Presidential Blue. So I'd like to have 4 parts finished by the end of the year, but being as it's the beginning of August this week, it's pushing it. We'll see. Anyway, so that's the one thing I did a little bit of work on, or one of the 2 things. The other thing I sat down and did was Touching the Autumn Sky, Mirabilia. Now this is an out of print chart, and I'm being lent it very kindly by a viewer in Australia who I have met, who has family in my town. So I am very grateful that she has loaned this to me. So I gave this 3 hours on Saturday, and I managed to get all of this done and start coming around here now. So I believe all that's left in here is some single, I think they're single white stitches. I've just thrown the pattern on the floor. Some single white stitches, and then beading. So we're now coming down, I think the apron comes along here, so we're now sort of folding back round. And I'm pleased with what I got done in the 3 hour space, because basically I did a lot of this from the foot. There were quite a few gaps, so all of that round and filling up. So we are getting there. We can just do another few more 3 hour gaps. We could get a bit more of her done. But it's actually looking, sometimes I look at it and I wonder what on earth I'm looking at, but I can actually see it quite well. I see it better when I look at it in the screen, but even looking at it now, I've got a better, it shows better in my mind, if that makes sense. Anyway, we will get this done, and we will get the chart returned to Susan. Okay. The only other thing I have to show you at 5 minutes long is I received, very timely I thought, my kit from the, I'm not even going to, is it written on here? Schoolgirl Sampler Society. Oh, okay. I'll show it to you anyway. Who was it by? Oh, it's Shakespeare's Peddler. Dolly Fowles 4-Lion Sampler. Just try and get it to an angle where you don't have a lot of glare. Took me a while to find the 4 lions, but there are 2 there and there are 2 up here. And it's fully kitted. So this has come from Country Sampler, the ABC Schoolgirl Sampler Club. I don't even know what it's called. I just became aware while I was away that some money had gone from my credit card, and I saw it was them, so I thought, oh God, when's this going to turn up? But it was very timely. I was very impressed. And I quite like it. The colours are probably, I think I like reds and pinks more in my samplers, so, but I quite like this one. And that gives you a good indication. If I can do it with a way to not get the glare. The fabric will be 36 count parchment. It's 285 by 323 stitches. 15 by 18, 16 by 18 inches. So it's a fair size. Anyway, so that is that. That is my lot at 6.5 minutes long. I have been trying to play catch up on a lot of Flosstube channels that I just didn't watch over the lockdown because I wasn't stitching. I just wasn't interested for a while. So I am at the moment binge watching Nicole's needlework because her videos are short and sweet, and I can get 3 or 4 watched in a evening, and I'm almost caught up on her progress. Her stitching is just lovely, and she just what she chooses is amazing. If you've never seen Nicole's needlework, I highly recommend her. I also put in a search to find some new floss tubers, so what I thought I might ask you guys, if you found some new people recently, new floss tubers, especially because if you're watching me, you obviously like the sorts of things I do, which means that probably what you watch I would like. So if you've got a new channel that you've just found that's maybe only got between 5 or 10 episodes so far, drop the name down in the comments below, and me and anyone else who's interested can have a look and find some new channels. I've still got a heap to catch up on. I'm behind on all my favourite channels, so I've got a long way to go, but I'm just curious about who's coming through and what people are showing. I haven't really looked at any cross-stitching stuff other than what comes through on my Facebook. I'm not seeing all the new releases. I've got no real, what's the right way of putting it? I'm not getting hyped about anything at the moment, so I'm a ways to get back on track again, but hopefully now that Disney has been canned, I can sort of get back on track a little bit more. I was also thinking about what I might do next year, so I don't know whether I put out some ideas or we just wait till a little bit nearer the time. It might be too early to start formulating. But certainly Nicole's needlework really got the juices flowing, and I'm like, oh, maybe next year should be the year of samplers. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, right, I have managed to waffle for a few more minutes and at least have a slightly decent video. I won't commit to next week. It'll either be next week or it'll be 2 weeks. I'm going to say that. It really depends on what I get stitching this week, if I've got enough to show you, really. Because it's not fair on you guys to sit there for 5 minutes, really. You could be watching something better. We'll just see how we go. I kind of have in my mind that I want to work on Touching the Autumn Sky, Pond Lily and my cell. Those are the 3 things I've got beside me on the sofa at the moment. I didn't get to Pond Lily last week, so that's kind of my plan for the coming week. So we'll see how we go. If I've got enough to show you, I will do a video next week. Otherwise I might leave it for a fortnight. We'll just see. It's going to be very airy-fairy until I get back into gear. And I don't know how long that's going to be, but I will keep going for as long as I can go. And if I'm not putting out anything of any use, then I will just silence the videos for a while, just stop them for a while, and maybe start again in the new year. We'll just see. Anyway, that's my lot. I hope you're all good. I hope you've all been stitching better than me. And I will catch you either next week or the week after. Have a good one. Bye for now.